streets were still asleep when I would leave the house. The sky a deep dark blue, the cold against my face. The first bus of the morning, its lonely yellow light. The first bus before the dawn. I rode it all those years, while the whole world was dreaming. I was already gone. I'd lean against the window and watch the dark go by. So tired I could sleep, but there was work to do. The other seats were empty or heavy-eyed like me. We never spoke a word, just rode toward the day. I never called it hard, it was only what I knew. To rise while it was black and carry on alone. The first bus before the dawn, I rode it all those years, while the whole world was dreaming. I was already gone. And now the mornings find me with nowhere I must be, but still I wake in the dark and think of that young rider who gave up all her sleep so the ones she loved could rest. The first bus before the dawn, I rode it all those years, while the whole world was dreaming. I was already gone. So rest now, weary traveler. Lay down that heavy bag. You carried us so far. You've earned the morning light. There's a good suit in the closet, still pressed, still waiting there. I bought it for the days I thought were coming soon. The interviews, the weddings, the room where I'd stand tall. I wore it twice, maybe 3 times, then hung it back to wait. told myself someday I'll grow into that man. The good suit in the closet still smells of who I dreamed of, every quiet promise I made and couldn't keep. But look at me, still standing in these ordinary clothes, and somehow that's enough now. Somehow I made it through. The years were softer than the wool and gentler than my fear. The big day never came the way I pictured it back then. But small days came in thousands, and I was there for each. A hand to hold, a table set, a life I didn't plan. The good suit in the closet, I'll take it down at last. Not for the man I meant to be, but for the one I am. And I'll wear it to no grand thing, just out into the sun, to say I'm proud of you, old friend. We got here, you and I. I used to give my lunch away so they could eat their fill. Said I'm not hungry, go ahead and watch them clean the plate. The empty box rode home with me, light against my side, and I would smile the whole way back, though my stomach turned. The empty lunchbox in my hand was heavier than gold. For every meal I gave away was love I couldn't say, and I'd do it all 1,000 times and never think it lost. There's a fullness in an empty box that only parents know. was right. I never wanted them to carry what I carry was a burden that was mine. I took the worry out of sight and set the table warm and tell them everything's alright until it somehow was. The empty lunchbox on the shelf, I keep it to this day. A dented tin, a rusted latch, worth more than anything. For all the years I went without, so they would never have to. And look at them now, tall and safe. That box, it did its job. So here's to every empty box and every quiet hunger, to everyone who gave their share and called it nothing at all. You fed a life, you fed a hope, you fed the years to come, and I am so proud of that one who smiled and said I'm fine. I still can feel it now, the envelope in my hand, the paper worn and thin, a whole month folded in. Not much for all those hours of everything I gave, but I held it like a treasure, walking home through the cold. The envelope of pain, it never stayed with me. It turned to shoes and books, to warm and lighted home. I'd count it on the bus, already spending every one. The little ones would need new coats before the winter, and I was glad to give, though nothing stayed for me. I never bought the coat, I lingered on trip I promised I would take. The envelope of pain, it never stayed with me. It turned to shoes and books, to a warm and lighted home. But look how they have grown, the ones I gave it to, warm and safe and standing on the road I paved for them. So it stayed with me after all, in every life it built. The envelope of pain, it never stayed with me. It turned to shoes and books, to a warm and lighted home. And if I met her now, that tired young giver, I'd take her worn out hands and tell her, I am proud of you. I stand before the mirror and a stranger looks at me. When did all these years come and settle on my face? The lines around my eyes, the gray that took my hair, the face I used to know has quietly slipped away. Face within the mirror, when I look at it a while, I only ever scolded it, but today it breaks my heart. Chase so many mornings, I never stopped to see the tired eyes that watched me through every weary year. They never asked for rest, they never asked for praise. They only kept on going so the rest of us could stand. Face within the mirror, when I look at it a while, I only ever scolded it, but today it breaks my heart. Let me learn to look with kinder eyes at last, at every line that time has written soft and true. For each one is a road that I have walked alone, and somehow I am here, still standing, still my own. lies within the mirror. When I look at it a while, you did so well, I whisper. You really made it through. So I'll hold you now at last, the way I never did. The one who carried me all the way to here. I look down at my hands, the way they are today, so rough and worn and cracked, the knuckles gone to knots. There must have been a time these hands were soft and young, before the years of work had carved them into stone. These worn and weathered hands have carried all the years. They held the ones I loved. They never once let go. They rose before the morning. They worked till it was dark. They wiped away the tears of children long since grown. They never asked for thanks. They never asked to rest. They only did the giving and quietly carried on. And every crack and callous is a road that I have walked, a winter I got through, a burden that I bore. These worn and weathered hands have carried all the years. They held the ones I loved. They never once let go. So now I fold them gently here in my quiet lap, and thank them soft and low for all they gave away, for every weight they lifted, so the ones I love could stand. These worn I had a dream once, long ago. I carried like a coin, turned it over in my pocket, warm against my hand. But life asks what it asks for, and slowly, year by year, I set it down so gently, I hardly felt it go. The dream I set aside for you, for all of you I love. It wasn't lost, it wasn't stolen. I gave it and I chose. And if you ask me, was it worth it? I'd smile before I speak. There's a kind of dream that comes true in the giving it away. Sometimes at night I take it out, the coin still catches light. The stage I never stood on, the road I never walked, but then I hear a door swing and someone calls my name. And every unlived life of mine grows quiet in that sound. The dream I set aside for you, I'd set it down again 1,000 times, 1,000 ways, and never count the cost. For I became the thing I made in all these ordinary days, and that was the dream all along. I just didn't know its name. Look how far the road has carried me from where I first began. That frightened one who didn't know if they could make it through. The hills I thought would break me, the winters I outlasted, I never stopped to notice how strong my 2 feet grew. this far and still standing here, still breathing, still my own. I didn't win the way they said, but oh, I didn't fall. And every mile behind me is a mile that I walked. So I'll stand here in the evening light and let that be enough. There were nights I almost quit. I won't pretend there weren't. The mornings I could barely lift the coffee to my lips, but something small kept saying, just one more step, just one. And one more step 10,000 times is how a life gets crossed. This far and still standing here, with softer, kinder eyes, I look upon that traveler, and I am filled with awe. You carried more than anyone could ever know or see, and you're still here to tell of it. That's the whole victory. They pinned a name tag to my chest the first day that I came. A stranger's name in someone's hand that slowly became mine. I wore it through the early shifts, the cold ones and the long, until the name upon that tag was who I learned to be. The name tag that I wore for years, it told them who to call, but underneath the printed word, a whole life carried on. The dreams I clocked in with each day and clocked back out again. Yet I gave that name my honest best, and that I'll never regret. I answered to it, morning bells, through decades, rain or shine. feet, the aching back, the pride I rarely showed. I did the work that no one saw, and did it clean and true. There's dignity in showing up, that no one hands you free. The name tag in the drawer now, the pin has lost its catch. I earned my rest, I turned it in. The final day I left, but something of that faithful one still stands up straight in me, who wore the name with honest hands and never once cut short. So here's to all the name tags worn thin against a heart, to everyone who showed up when showing up was hard. You were more than what they printed. You were the whole of you, and I am proud to have been that one who answered present here. I've got a scar upon my hand from a winter long ago, and one that no one ever sees, that runs a little deep. I used to hide them, cover up the marks the years had left, as if a life without a scar was the only kind worth showing. But the scars I carry, every one, they're not the wounds I feared. They're the proof that I kept going when going was so hard. Each one a place where something broke, and slowly, slowly healed. So I wear them like a quiet medal, earned and never bought. The heartbreaks and the losses, the nights I thought I'd drown, the falls that left me on the ground, too tired to rise again. But rise than I had been before. The scars I carry into evening, I trace them without shame, for a smooth and unmarked life would mean I never dared. I lived, I loved, I lost, I stayed, and every mark is mine, and I would not trade a single one for a softer, emptier peace. I learned so young to hold it in, to keep the trembling still. Big folks don't cry, they told me, so I swallowed everyone. The tears I might have wept out loud, I pressed them somewhere deep and carried them for all these years. A river never freed, but the tears I held inside so long, I let them come at last, not out of grief, but out of grace, for all that I've been through, and every drop I never shed comes home to me tonight. There's a mercy in the falling. I was too afraid to know. I held them at my mother's grave, I held them through the storms, I held them when I should have leaned and let someone hold me. just an old and tender heart, learning late to feel. And that one who held it all so long, I hold them now and cry. Well done, I whisper, well done. You can lay it down at last. There's a worn out pair of shoes by the door where they've always been. The leather cracked, the sole's gone thin from 1,000 ordinary days. They walked me to the early work and home through falling dark. They never asked me where we went. They simply came along. The shoes that walked it all with me, they never once complained. Through every mile I didn't choose, and every hill I climbed, they carried me when I was tired, and stood when I stood still. And here they wait beside the door, still faithful, still worn in. I put them on 10,000 mornings before the world was awake. They knew the road to everywhere that mattered to my heart. To hospital and schoolyard gate, to graves I couldn't leave. They took me there and brought me back, and never left a mark. I ought to throw them out by now. They're past their honest use. But how do you discard the things that walked beside your life? They're not just leather, not just thread. They're every place I've been. So they'll stay right there beside the door, as long as I have days. So they'll stay right there beside the door, as long as I have days. every step I ever took toward everyone I loved. They walked it all, they walked it all, and so somehow did I. The streets were still asleep when I would leave the house. The sky a deep dark blue, the cold against my face. The first bus of the morning, its lonely yellow light. The first bus before the dawn. I wrote it all those years, while the whole world was dreaming. I was already gone. I'd lean against the window and watch the dark go by. So tired I could sleep, but there was work to do. The other seats were empty or heavy-eyed like me. We never spoke a word, just rode toward the day. I never called it hard, it was only what I knew. To rise while it was black and carry on alone. The first bus before the dawn, I wrote it all those years, while the whole world was dreaming. I was already gone. And now the mornings find me with nowhere I must be, but still I wake in the dark and think of that young writer who gave up all her sleep so the ones she loved could rest. The first bus before the dawn, I wrote it all those years, while the whole world was dreaming. I was already gone. So rest now, weary traveler. Lay down that heavy bag. You carried us so far. You've earned the morning light. There's a good suit in the closet, still pressed, still waiting there. I bought it for the days I thought were coming soon. The interviews, the weddings, the room where I'd stand tall. I wore it twice, maybe 3 times, then hung it back to wait. And I told myself, someday I'll grow into that man. The good suit in the closet still smells of who I dreamed, of every quiet promise I made and couldn't keep. But look at me, still standing in these ordinary clothes. And somehow that's enough now. Somehow I made it through. The years were softer than the wool and gentler than my fear. The big day never came the way I pictured it back then. But small days came in thousands, and I was there for each. A hand to hold, a table set, a life I didn't plan. The good suit in the closet, I'll take it down at last. Not for the man I meant to be, but for the one I am. And I'll wear it to no grand thing, just out into the sun, to say I'm proud of you, old friend. We got here, you and I. I used to give my lunch away so they could eat their fill. Said I'm not hungry, go ahead and watch them clean the plate. The empty box rode home with me, light against my side, and I would smile the whole way back, though my stomach turned. The empty lunchbox in stronger than gold. For every meal I gave away was love I couldn't say. And I'd do it all 1,000 times and never think it lost. There's a fullness in an empty box that only parents know. They never knew, and that was right. I never wanted them to carry what I carry was a burden that was mine. I tuck the worry out of sight and set the table warm and tell them everything's alright until it somehow was. The empty lunchbox on the shelf, I keep it to this day. A dented tin, a rusted latch, worth more than anything. For all the years I went without, so they would never have to. And look at them now, tall and safe. That box, it did its job. So here's to every empty box and every quiet hunger, to everyone who gave their share and called it nothing at all. You fed a life, you fed a hope, you fed the years to come. And I am so proud of that one who smiled and said I'm fine. I still can feel it now, the envelope in my hand, the paper worn and thin, a whole month folded in. Not much for all those hours of everything I gave, but I held it like a treasure, walking home through the cold. The envelope of pain, it never stayed with me. It turned to shoes and books, to war be spending everyone. The little ones would need new coats before the winter, and I was glad to give, though nothing stayed for me. I never bought the coat I lingered on so long. I never took the trip I promised I would take. The envelope of pain, it never stayed with me. It turned to shoes and books, to a warm and lighted home. But look how they have grown, the ones I gave it to, warm and safe and standing on the road I paved for them. So it stayed with me after all, in every life it built. The envelope of pain, it never stayed with me. It turned to shoes and books, to a warm and lighted home. And if I met her now, that tired young giver, I'd take her worn out hands and tell her, I am proud of you. I stand before the mirror and a stranger looks at me. When did all these years come and settle on my face? The lines around my eyes, the gray that took my hair, the face I used to know has quietly slipped away. Face within the mirror, when I look at it a while, I only ever scolded it, but today it breaks my heart. Chase so many mornings, I never stopped to see the tired eyes that watched me through every weary year. They never asked for rest, they never asked for praise. They only kept on going so the rest of us could stand. Face within the mirror, when I look at it a while, I only ever scolded it, but today it breaks my heart. eyes at last, at every line that time has written soft and true. For each one is a road that I have walked alone, and somehow I am here, still standing, still my own. The face within the mirror, when I look at it a while, you did so well, I whisper. You really made it through. So I'll hold you now at last, the way I never did, the one who carried me all the way to here. I look down at my hands, the way they are today, so rough and worn and cracked, the knuckles gone to knots. There must have been a time these hands were soft and young, before the years of work had carved them into stone. These worn and weathered hands have carried all the years. They held the ones I loved. They never once let go. They rose before the morning. They worked till it was dark. They wiped away the tears of children long since grown. They never asked for thanks. They never asked to rest. They only did the giving and quietly carried on. And every crack and callous is a road that I have walked, a winter I got through, a burden that I bore. These worn and weathered hands have carried all the years. They held the ones I loved. They never once let go. So now I fold them gently for every weight they lifted, so the ones I love could stand. These worn and weathered hands have carried all the years. They held the ones I loved. They never once let go. Rest now, faithful hands. Your long day's work is done. You brought me through it all and safely home to here. I had a dream once, long ago. I carried like a coin, turned it over in my pocket, warm against my hand. But life asks what it asks for, and slowly, year by year, I set it down so gently, I hardly felt it go. The dream I set aside for you, for all of you I love. It wasn't lost, it wasn't stolen. I gave it and I chose. And if you ask me, was it worth it? I'd smile before I speak. There's a kind of dream that comes true in the giving it away. Sometimes at night I take it out. The coin still catches light. The stage I never stood on, the road I never walked. But then I hear a door swing and someone calls my name. And every unlived life of mine grows quiet in that sound. The dream I set aside for you, I'd set it down again 1,000 times, 1,000 ways, and never count the cost. For I became the thing I made in all these ordinary days. its name. Look how far the road has carried me from where I first began. That frightened one who didn't know if they could make it through. The hills I thought would break me, winters I outlasted. I never stopped to notice how strong my 2 feet grew. This far and still standing here, still breathing, still my own. Didn't win the way they said, but oh, I didn't fall. And every mile behind me is a mile that I walked. So I'll stand here in the evening light and let that be enough. There were nights I almost quit. I won't pretend there weren't. The mornings I could barely lift the coffee to my lips, but something small kept saying, just one more step, just one. And one more step 10,000 times is how a life gets crossed. This far and still standing here, with softer, kinder eyes, I look upon that traveler, and I am filled with awe. You carried more than anyone could ever know or see, and you're still here to tell of it. That's the whole victory. They pinned a name tag to my chest the first day that I came. A stranger's name in someone's hand that slowly became mine. the printed word, a whole life carried on. The dreams I clocked in with each day and clocked back out again. Yet I gave that name my honest best, and that I'll never regret. I answered to it, morning bells, through decades, rain or shine. The tired feet, the aching back, the pride I rarely showed. I did the work that no one saw, and did it clean and true. There's dignity in showing up, that no one hands you free. The name tag in the drawer now, the pin has lost its catch. I earned my rest, I turned it in. The final day I left, but something of that faithful one still stands up straight in me, who wore the name with honest hands and never once cut short. So here's to all the name tags worn thin against a heart, to everyone who showed up when showing up was hard. You were more than what they printed. You were the whole of you, and I am proud to have been that one who answered present here. I've got a scar upon my hand from a winter long ago, and one that no one ever sees, that runs a little deep. I used to hide them, cover up the marks the years had left, as if a life without a scar was the only kind worth showing. But the scars I carry, every one, they're not the wounds I feared. They're the proof that I kept going when going was so hard. each one a place where something broke, and slowly, slowly healed. So I wear them like a quiet medal, earned and never bought. The heartbreaks and the losses, the nights I thought I'd drown, the falls that left me on the ground, too tired to rise again. But rise I did, each time I did, a little more marked up, and a little more myself for it than I had been before. The scars I carry into evening, I trace them without shame, for a smooth and unmarked life would mean I never dared. I lived, I loved, I lost, I stayed, and every mark is mine. And I would not trade a single one for a softer, emptier peace. I learned so young to hold it in, to keep the trembling still. Big folks don't cry, they told me, so I swallowed everyone. The tears I might have wept out loud, I pressed them somewhere deep and carried them for all these years. A river never freed, but the tears I held inside so long, I let them come at last, not out of grief, but out of grace, for all that I've been through, and every drop I never shed comes home to me tonight. There's a mercy in the falling. I was too afraid to know. I held them at my mother's grave. I held them through the storms. I held them when I should have leaned and let someone hold me. But the So the tears I held inside so long, they're falling soft and warm, and with each one a weight lifts off. I didn't know I bore. I'm not less for the weeping now. I'm freer than before, and oh, it feels like coming home, to finally let go. Let them fall, let them fall. There's nothing left to prove, just an old and tender heart, learning late to feel. And that one who held it all so long, I hold them now and cry. Well done, I whisper, well done. You can lay it down at last. There's a worn out pair of shoes by the door where they've always been. The leather cracked, the sole's gone thin from 1,000 ordinary days. They walked me to the early work and home through falling dark. They never asked me where we went. They simply came along. The shoes that walked it all with me, they never once complained. Through every mile I didn't choose, and every hill I climbed, they carried me when I was tired, and stood when I stood still. And here they wait beside the door, still faithful, still worn in. I put them on 10,000 mornings before the world was awake. They knew the road to everywhere that mattered to my heart, to hospital and schoolyard gate, to graves I couldn't leave. They took me there and brought me back, and never left a beside your life. They're not just leather, not just thread. They're every place I've been. So they'll stay right there beside the door, as long as I have days. So they'll stay right there beside the door, as long as I have days. And when at last my own feet slow and the walking's finally done, I hope someone will look and know these shoes, they saw it all. Every step I ever took toward everyone I loved, they walked it all. They walked it all. And so somehow did I.